Hey guys, Scott and Nate from PlayYourCourt.com. Is your body fighting your forehand?
Is it?
My body is telling me.
My body!
All right guys, so today we're gonna show you how your body might actually be costing you power and consistency on your forehand. This video is for players. The Play Your Court rating of 50 to 80 if you're not in our community or familiar with our rating system, shame on you. Click the link below and join. You're gonna love it, I promise. Check it out. But if you haven't already made the glorious decision to join us inside our community, a 50 to 80 in the Play Your Court rating system is the equivalent of a USTA 3.0 to 4.5.
Good job, buddy.
All right, so I don't know what's going on. Nate's got a yardstick, which makes me a little uneasy. We're going to
talk about alignment today, guys, and the thing that we're going to focus on.
That's a pun. See, alignment. It's a ruler.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah.
All right, so what we're talking about is the alignment of your shoulders and your hips through the strokes. And what we know is that on your forehand, backhand, all your ground strokes, we have to have alignment to where they're equal, the shoulders and the hips. And when they get out of alignment, all right, the angles get off, then we start losing power, control, the kinetic chain to the forehand. And what we're going to talk about today is how footwork actually affects this. Okay, about what your first step is.
Certainly when things get confusing, right?
It does, and yeah, and like, so just the movement out to the ball, if your feet are out of alignment, it may be impossible to get your shoulders and your hips in alignment.
Cool. So we take a look at it.
Let's
a couple examples here. All right, let's get it.
I like it. Okay, guys, so what we're talking about is how your footwork can affect the alignment of your forehand, all right? And really what's happening here is if you're getting crossed up, you're not able to produce the kinetic chain where you have a pivot point, right? So let's go all the way back to the beginning of the game, all the way up to, well, I mean, we still see it, right? Ball's in the middle of the court, especially if we're going to the net. We're seeing this linear
straight step
or the closed stance forehand. All right, and this is what we know from, this is what we learned in the very beginning, all right, is that the shoulders and hips are immediately lined up. Scott is gonna transfer weight to that front foot in order to get an appropriate swing and a pivot point. All right, and this is great. Unfortunately, the game is not played through the middle of the court.
If everybody hit the ball right to you, we could do this every time, but that's not the reality we live in, unfortunately.
Wouldn't that be nice? The game's way more dynamic than that. All right, so what happened is that we started getting the open stance forehand. Game got fast, it started being played on the outer thirds of the court. So before we go on the outer thirds of the court, because sometimes open stance happens, you know, just off from the middle, is as Scott goes through his open stance forehand, you're gonna see that there's still an alignment that's happening. Now his shoulders are a little bit more coiled. If you're here, that's okay, right? But he's just coiled back. The main thing is that he's got his unit turn and his hips are loaded with his shoulders here. They're in the same alignment. All right, so now we're gonna talk about the big no-no. You can stop.
This is the big no-no.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good.
Rude, unreal.
Yeah, bad student. All right, so we're gonna talk about where the big no-no is, all right? And so what ends up happening is that because we're so comfortable with this linear stance, now, that's your open stance. Now, when Scott gets an out wide ball.
You just don't listen, sorry.
When he gets an out wide ball, he's gonna try to force this linear stance and he's trying to hit cross court. So it may work if he got there in time and was able to set up and go down the line, but going cross court on this ball is never gonna work because the alignment is completely off and it's just robbing the forehand of any potential of going in.
Body's gonna fight your forehand.
That's right, so let's shadow this.
So yeah, as I move out wide, what you're gonna see here is I plant my front foot, two really bad things are gonna happen. The first one, as I try and step in, my hips are aimed cross court, which is where I'm trying to hit the ball, but I'm lined up with my upper body to hit the ball down the line. So I'm very likely gonna catch this ball late, and even worse than that, even if I make this shot, all of my weight as I move in and step in with this foot instead of hitting open stance is gonna carry to my right and pull me further off the court, making it a whole lot harder to recover back to the middle.
Big time, man. So it's like double jeopardy there, right? And we do see there are some advanced moves where we'll see people occasionally hit and pivot point out, right, and get that foot around. But it's super advanced and it's really difficult. The preferred method is this open stance, all right? So let's review it, Scott. The real thing that we're talking about is when you're out on the outer thirds of the court and you're trying to hit your open stance forehand, you stay away from the linear movement, right? Scott, can we see that one more time, the linear
don't
step?
move out wide and step in. Instead, we're gonna replace it with open stance where our hips and shoulders are both squared up towards our target.
And that coil is so much easier, right? It's gonna feel natural. Go ahead and go through the swing, show everybody that awesome inside, that open stance.
Cross court forehand.
Yeah, you got it. All right. So guys, look, get out there, work on these footwork patterns. Make sure that you're not staying linear on the outer thirds of the court, that you're using this open stance forehand. And this is gonna give us the alignment of where our shoulders and hips are working together through the stroke.
For sure. And guys, hope you enjoyed this instruction. As always, we just want to help you improve your game. I hope you love our YouTube channel, but we also created a membership where for very, very few dollars a month, Nate and I give you everything you guys need to improve your tennis game. We send you custom video coaching based on the things you've got going on. We even help you meet other local players in your area so you can get more practice matches, even the league component if you're the competitive type. So click the link below, check our membership out. We love to keep helping you on YouTube, but we'd really love if you join our membership and let us help you and take your game to the next level with the rest of our community. So click the link below. Hopefully we'll see you inside soon.